Alright, so the first type of a sales funnel that we'll be looking into, and the most simplistic one, is the one product sales funnel. And of course, the goal is to generate sales. And in this video, we'll be looking into exactly that, how to create our first funnel, basically in minutes, the important parts of it again, how to modify all the different sections of it, how to create our checkout page. Obviously, the funnel itself comes with a checkout, but some characteristics about the checkout, creating your first product that you'll be selling in this funnel, and do an upsell and downsell with one click if you want to add and upsell some other products as part of the whole proposition. So let's get into it. And the sales funnel, of course, what is the process? Is you have a product page, then you have the checkout where a person can purchase the product after they get enough information in the product page, which is fully focused on that product. And that's the great thing about the sales funnels, that they're focusing on that specific product and nothing else. Then we have the optional upsell and downsell with one click without having to enter any information additional. So this is great to increase your average order value. And then going to the thank you page. And an optional step if you're selling, for example, membership, to get access to what you've purchased, like the videos, the courses, whatever you want to give access to the people. So this is the optional step of the sales funnel. And what is the first step of the whole thing is obviously the landing page. And in the previous video we discussed the importance of it and the different steps. But again, the headline, very important to capture the attention, the product image, the easy call to action to get to the next step, which is the purchase of the product, the conversion boosters such as money back guarantee, security checkouts, delivery, free delivery if you have such, if it's a physical product, of course. So we'll be looking into this in this example specifically for a physical product, but for any other product it's basically the same. So we'll have a different video for example for digital product. After that is the section about the quality and the benefits of the specific product, all the things that help the visitor make the decision. Characteristics about the product, if obviously some products is very important to know some characteristics about them, testimonials of happy customers, and finishing with an image again and call to action to go to purchase the product. A very simple landing page, but it is focused on that specific product, and we'll be editing right after a few minutes inside the system and discussing all these sections again. Then we have the checkout. Obviously a checkout as simple as possible, where a person can actually purchase the product without having to add to cart and all these unnecessary steps. So click on the button, purchase the product, and optional upsells and other things such as conversion boosters like countdowns, some kind of discount that you might be running, security badges and so on that actually increase the sale. Then we have the one-click upsell. Of course, this is optional if you want to increase the average order value by providing some option for them to purchase right after they purchasing, in this case, a bed. So maybe something else like pillows or something like that in this example. Another option for a upsell, like just an example, is with a video. And finishing with a thank you page where the whole process will be complete after they purchase. Maybe you got them upsold and getting to an order confirmation page, and obviously throughout this whole process they received some emails about the order itself. So let's get inside the system and let's start building our first one product sales funnel. Alright, we're now inside the system and let's create our first sales funnel. Click on the funnels, create a funnel, and select one of the beautiful designs for sales. So we have different types of sales funnels for physical products, for courses, for digital products as books, multiple products. So we have the next video actually will be about multiple product sales funnels. So yeah, check out that video if you want to sell more than one product in your funnel, like this one example. Membership, subscriptions, you can do all sorts of different types of funnels for selling. But for this example, let's start with the funnel that we have here. Let's go with sales funnel, one product sales funnel. And just like that, we've created our first sales funnel with just a few clicks. And we have all the necessary pages, such as the landing page, the checkout, and the thank you page. And optionally we'll add the upsell and downsell in a moment. So the page itself, again, you can completely modify everything about it. And the important part in this case is modify your headline, modify a beautiful image to add to your design, to highlight in the best possible way the product that you're selling. In this case, we have the price inside the button. This is a great way to do so, or you can add the price maybe here as part of the title, or however you decide. So for example, if you want to make it like part of the whole thing, you can add maybe $4.99, and maybe $4.99 was the previous price, and $3.99 is the new updated pricing. So we can make this one with Control Shift and S to strike through, make them both white, and let's decrease the size of this one and make this one I don't know, maybe red color, or this color that we have here. Just copy the color and just make it the color that we have here. So this way you can create something like this, or yeah, maybe even do it like this. And let's change the font to Arial and make this one bolder. So this way we just added the pricing here as well to be more prominent and more visible. So you can play around and play with the design. You can adjust the sizing. If you want it to be a slider here instead of one image, you can just add a new widget and drag the gallery. There you just have to add images from your file manager, which can be the different types of images for the product itself. But in this case we have just one image. Again, you can modify these conversion boosters if you have, such as money back guarantee, very important for anything that you're selling online, because that shows that the customer can always return the product no matter what. Same day delivery, or free delivery over $100 or whatever, however you want to structurize your free delivery. Quality, and so on, that you can also highlight as well. Then you have the benefits. Again, we have an image to showcase the product in a different form. We have some headline that you can modify, some text, and some of the benefits. If you want to add more, again, you can copy and drag a copied element to add as many different benefits that you want. If you want to add a different section, you can just add from the block and add whatever type of design that you want on your page to push the people to understand more about the product and take action. So you have the headline, you have the testimonials here as well, so you can modify everything to fit your needs. We have them with 5 stars in this case. This is just an image that we use, and this is great because it kind of is like, when somebody ranks a product itself, it's usually 5 by 5 star rating structure. So yeah, you can keep the stars as well. And we have at the end the product button where you can purchase again. You can of course add the pricing if you wish as a different section. And this is it, a landing page focused on that product, no distractions whatsoever. And the next part, the next step of the whole thing is, of course, you can split test and see what might be getting more people to the next step. So you can try out maybe with a video, with different types of proposition, and so on. So test it out and see what works the most. The checkout. The checkout is where the actual magic happens, where the person actually submits and pays for the product itself. And in this case, we haven't yet created the product. So when we are selling a product itself, we have to pre-select what would that product that we'll be selling is. So when you go to the products, you select the product that you'll be selling. So how do we actually create the product? It's really simple. We just go to the store section, we click on yes, and we just go and create our first product. By default, we might have a few default templates that are staying here, so disregard those. You can delete them if you wish. So by clicking on add product, you can create your first product. So you can sell a physical product, a digital product, a service, or a membership, and in all of those you can make them a subscription as well. So in this case, we'll be selling a physical product. So we can add any title that we want to the product. Let's call it bed. We want to put, let's say, the pricing to be $4.99, but it is on sale, so let's have it on sale for $3.99. So this will kind of show a discounted price. You can add different things as availability, stock keeping unit, weight, and so on, if that's determining how much the shipping will be. You can also make it a subscription. Of course, this is not really good for physical products, but just as an option. And you have to create and select a category. For this case, we're just selecting one. You can also have variations of the product. If it's physical product, you can have different types of colors, size, and so on, so that you can add these products variations here, and people can select when they select the product, when they're checking out. You can also add an image if you wish, but in this case, it's not really necessary. And just like that, we've created our first product that we can now start selling inside the funnel. So we just have to go to our funnel, go to the checkout, and in the checkout, go to the settings again and select the product that we just created, which is called bed. And just like that, we've added bed, and this shipping address now showed up because this is a physical product and it requires shipping address in order to purchase it. And what else you can do is you can also have the whole checkout. First of all, you can fully modify how this whole thing looks. You can edit the images, you can edit the countdown, you can delete the countdown if you don't want. You can edit how much the pricing is. So in this case, ours is $3.99 and it was discounted from $4.99. And we're just updating it like this. So you can modify everything the way you want, and you can add different sections, some testimonials if you wish, something more about the product as well. We have different types of designs for checkout. So if you don't like this design that comes with the funnel, don't worry. You can go to creating a new step of your funnel, and you can click on checkouts to see the different designs of checkouts, which is like this, maybe like this, like this, like this. It doesn't matter. You can select any of those and replace your current one. So yeah, you can fully modify it, and of course you can always split test it and see if some other checkout might be working better for you. But yeah, add some information about the deal, add some information about the product, and a simple checkout. We can also make the whole thing to be one step instead of two steps with customer and billing information, but in some cases that can be a bit long. So in some cases, you might want to keep it as one or maybe as two steps, however you decide. And in this case, when we are selling a physical product, we have to create option to for the shipping and for the payment. So how do you do the shipping? The shipping, you just have to add some rule to it. So for from X to X amount of dollars, for example, for price range, the shipping would be X amount. Or for weight, you can do this setup. So they just keep it at, let's say, $10 for any type of price range. And if you're shipping only for a specific country, you can select for which country you're shipping. At the moment, it is set up as global. And let's go with shipping. And just like that, we've created our basic shipping so that it actually is able for us to complete the sale for this test purchase. And then it's connecting a payment processor. You have different options of payment processors that you can integrate to your funnel. And you can select anything. You can select Stripe or a few of those to enable them. Maybe Stripe and PayPal, or also some offline methods such as cash on delivery, bank transfer. So whatever you wish, you can connect. So for the moment, we'll connect Stripe, and we'll resume this video right after we connect Stripe. Alright, so we've connected our Stripe keys. So we can now start doing a purchase of our funnel. So let's go. Okay, we can disregard this one. So we've connected Stripe and created our payment processor. We also added our shipping option. So now you can see that you have the shipping and the option for credit cards to be accepted. So this was what you had to do in order to make a physical product to be able to be shipped. You can of course integrate with other options so that you can have different types of payment processing. So the next step, of course, would be to modify your thank you page. So the thank you page is where they will be landing after they make the purchase. So you can modify what you want to say, maybe a way to email you or call you if they have any questions. So this is the basics about a one product sales funnel. You obviously have the option to create other different things, such as adding a bump offer. Maybe you want to upsell them onto something right before they do a checkout. And how do you do this? Let's say that you have pillows that you want to upsell. We are buying a bed. What about if you want to buy pillows right before the checkout is complete? Or if it's a digital product, maybe add something else, a course, or if it's a course, add a digital product. You can play around and create any types of upsells like this with a bump offer. So you do that by clicking on products. And there, as a bump offer, you can add a bump offer, basically a bump right before you complete the sale. So you just click on add a bump and you have to select the product. And yeah, just for the sake of the example, let's make it with this product. You have to add a title. Yes, I want the product, for example, and some title, description, just something just to show for the example. And just like that, it shows the product itself. Of course, you can hide the image if you wish, show the image of the product if you have any image in it. So just like that, you can modify and style your bump offer. You have different designs as well, actually. So if you want to have something different, when you go to the bump offer, you have with shadow or with dashed at the end, like this, to make some kind of a bumper like this. Probably you've seen it on different funnels and websites. So this is how you create your bump offer and an option to upsell them on a specific product itself. And how do you actually do a one-click upsell and downsell? So this is very simple. When somebody submits this form, which let's make it into actually two steps because it's get too long, as you can see. So we just make it from styling of the checkout to be 2 steps. So we have the customer information and then the billing details afterwards. So how do you do an upsell and downsell with one click instead of having the bump offer, or you can have a combination of both? It's very simple. You just click on add an upsell or downsell. So that allows you to create a new page or a pop-up so to do an upsell. It doesn't matter, it can be either of one because we have designs for pop-ups and for pages for upsells. But for the sake of the example, let's do it with a page. And by default, this is the upsell and downsell category. And there you can select what kind of a page design you want to have. So basically this will be where a person would be able to purchase with one click the upsell product that you want them to buy. And we can select any design, any design that we want. And for the sake of it, I don't know, let's go with this one. Let's call it upsell. And just click on add. And that was it. You just created an upsell product. Now, as you can see, the first thing that you see is the pop-up that you have to select what kind of a product that you'll be upselling. And yeah, let's just select one of the products that we already have. And you can actually override the pricing. So you can say, I want this product to be $49.90, for example. No matter what pricing you have in the store, you can do this pricing here. And that's it. You can modify the buy button to be something else. You can have by default, as you can see, have a no thanks. This is an option to just skip this step and go directly to the thank you page or to the next step in the whole flow. So you're not bound to only have one upsell. You can have more than one upsells or downsells in your steps. And you do that by clicking on add upsell or downsell. This is how you add an upsell as part of the checkout process. And whoever clicks on this button will purchase the product that was selected here right away. This is it. And of course you can modify this page the way you want in order to make it as appealing as possible so the person can actually buy the upsell that you have. This will increase the order value. If you don't have any product, don't worry, you can just skip it for now, and later on if you have some kind of upsells, you can just add it as part of the whole process. And this is it. We just created a checkout, created our first product, created our first sales funnel, created our first product, added our first upsell and bump offers, and now we can start and check out the whole thing. We can test it out the whole process of the funnel. So we can click on the preview button. Now this is the landing page. We have some animations and that are coming from up, from down, from the left side, and as you can see, the customer sees a lot of information about the product, the pricing. Maybe you can have some kind of a gallery if you wish, or a video showcasing the product. It really depends what kind of information you have. So you can show it on this page, and this will boost and try to convince the person that this is what they're looking for. As you can see, no distractions, no headers, no footers with anything that can lead them outside of the sales funnel. It's all about this product. And when they click on the button, they'll go to the checkout where they can actually submit, and they see some kind of a urgency, the discounted pricing of $3.99 and all that thing. So they can add some name to it, some email at domain.com, for example. They can add some information, city, zip code, state of some sort, and they can click and go to the next step. Again, we have the checkout badges as well. This is part of the checkout widget, so by default they come. So if you wish, you can modify or just leave them as they are. They can click on the next step and they can submit the payment. So the shipping is by default selected and Stripe is loading here. So now you can add your, in this case we use the test key. So this is the test Visa card from Stripe, so we can make the purchase. And this is the bump offer. So if you want the person to actually, let's say this is pillows, I want to get them. And as you can see, it has the products with its name and the pricing that you will set up for the product in the store. This is it. This is how simple it is to upsell them on a specific product. But for the example, let's keep it like this. Or maybe, why not? Let's just buy the upsell. And option to have a promo code if you have, for example, some kind of promos that you're promoting, or if you're doing this connection type of funnel with a code that we looked into, the lead generation type of funnels, they can add it here like this. And clicking on complete order will complete the whole process, and it will go to the upsell because we created an upsell. And in this case we didn't modify the page, but of course you can fully modify the way you want. You have a slider here, information about the product itself, and with one click you can actually either buy or I don't want this product, I'm fine, basically no thanks, and they'll go to the thank you page. But let's buy it, let's buy the product, and with one click we just purchased that product as well. So we not just sold a bed, we just sold a bump offer, which was let's say pillows, and then another upsell which was a cream, but of course it's not relevant to the whole process, just as a showcase. And we just made and increased our order with around $100 more just for the example, and we landed on the thank you page. And as you can see, it was so easy. In less than 10 minutes we did the whole thing. Of course you have to spend a little bit more time to modify your pages and so on, and set up your product. But this is how simple it is, and it is all focused on sales and increasing your order value and giving the most information of your visitors and your campaigns to be successful. And if you go to the funnel now, you'll see that we actually have, well, again, we did it in the preview option, so you don't have the traffic that is going, but you can see that you have how much you're generating from each step. So you have in the checkout, you have the $3.99 plus the upsell, which was the bump offer. Then we have the upsell from this step as well. And you can see all that in the sales section. You can see that you have one order, total of $4.98. When you combine the upsells, the bump, and the product itself. So instead of $3.99, we made the order to be $4.98 by promoting two upsells. You can see the order here as well. You can see information about it, from who is it, and if you want to see the full information, you can click here to find out more. And we'll check out that in a moment. But you can also see what kind of products you've sold. These are the two things that we actually have by default created. So whatever type of upsells and other products that you're selling will be shown here. And you can also see upsells and downsells. So this is where you can see the upsells that you had and the bump offers, which are also some sort of an upsell. And you can see that you have 100% success because we purchased both the bump offer and the upsell product right after the successful purchase. So the customer themselves, they will receive basically 2 emails about 2 different purchases, but within one order. So because the second one is basically update of your first order. And you have, this is how easy it was to create an upsell and bump offer, and to create the whole process of one product. And this is perfect. And I think the funnels themselves should be mostly used for one product. But in the next video, for example, we will discussing and showing you a multi-product sales funnels where you can have different types of options of products that you can sell throughout. So you can have different variations of different products, maybe a series, a line of products that you can start upselling and promoting to your audience, or for a customer if you're building the funnel for them, to create the most amazing funnel for a bit more products themselves. And to find more information about the product and the order, you can also find it here under orders. You can see about what kind of products you've sold, the shipping address, the billing address, the payment information, what you've used to pay, and so on. And you can also update from here the status of the order. You can make it so that it's shipped, completed, not paid. You can cancel. If you have digital products, you can also send out an email, because I think this one actually were digital products. So that will send an email with the digital products. But actually, if it's paid, the digital product will receive an email about getting access to these files right in the email, so they can access them right away. So basically, you don't have to do anything. This will just resend any digital product that you might sold into your funnel, send an email again. And that's it. This is how simple it was to create your first one product sales funnel. Again, the important parts are a landing page to capture the visitor's attention. That's why no distractions, all about the product, and have them to information enough to give something for the person to boost them to click and take action. The benefits of the product, how amazing it is, the money back guarantee, delivery if it's of course a physical product. If not, maybe a small preview, a video of your courses if you're selling courses. If it's digital product, maybe a small sample what they'll be learning inside the digital product. And again, we'll have videos about all this, so you can check them as well. And that's it. And of course, in your engage section as well, you've created a user, and for that user now you have the orders tab. So if you have repeating customers, you can see what kind of orders they already had, so you can see that information here as well. Very easy and simple. And you can see about their profile too. So this is it. This was how simple it was to create a sales funnel with upsells, with bump offers. And again, you can split test your checkouts as well. You can split test your upsells, and you can see the different options, how they converted and how much it generated you. So you can see which are the most converting and most optimized pages. So this is it. I hope that you enjoyed it. And again, in the next video, we'll be looking into how to create a multi-product sales funnel. So stay tuned for the next video.